Hello there, I'm Charlie, aka Ronan Logan X, and this is Ronan Logan X Reviews. In this video, I'm taking a look at the DC Multiverse movie Black Adam, more specifically the version that comes with the throne accessory. Now, to be completely honest, I'm not the most familiar with the character of Black Adam. However, I am a fan of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and I am looking forward to seeing him in the role in the upcoming movie. So I was fairly excited when I found this in store, and in my opinion, this doesn't disappoint, at least for the most part. So let's check it out. He only comes with a singular accessory, which is the throne. And I gotta say, this is a pretty cool accessory. I really like the sculpt of it, and the painting technique that they used on it really adds an aged feel to it that I like. That said, there are two downsides to it in my opinion. The first being that it's made of a very rigid and kind of thin plastic, so I can easily foresee this cracking if not handled with care. And the second issue comes up when you try to seat the figure within the throne. And this is due to the articulation of the figure, which is fairly standard for a DC Multiverse figure and not entirely bad. It's just, it doesn't have the right amount of articulation to be able to easily seat him without it looking awkward or just off, which is a bit of a disappointment, as it reduces the throne to being more of a visual accessory rather than one that can actually be interacted with the figure. And on a personal note, I would have liked for him to have been packaged with some lightning effects. However, I know that there's another version of this figure that does in fact have those. I'm just not going to double dip because it's the exact same figure. And I have a hard time justifying double dipping simply for a few accessories. Which, I mean, does tie into one of my minor gripes with the line as a whole, which is that I feel like they kind of try to enforce the idea of double dipping by packaging many different versions of the same character with different accessories rather than making what is an essential assembly of accessories with a singular figure. But I mean, again, that's just more of a personal gripe. Now let's move on to the likeness. In my opinion, McFarlane has always struggled with likenesses for their DC Multiverse movie figures. I've seen some really great ones, like with the Unmasked Catwoman from the Batman wave of figures, the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, and the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman figures that they've made. However, more often than not, when I come across a movie-inspired figure, usually the likeness is either mediocre at best or just bad. Fortunately, in the case of this figure, I would have to say that this one ranks above their best mediocre work, but not quite as good to where I would necessarily call it a great likeness. So with all of that said, I would definitely give this a recommendation, with the caveat that if you already have another version of this figure with just different accessories, you don't really need to rebuy it. Personally, if I had known before purchasing this, I would have prioritized buying the one with the lightning effects, but that again, it just boils down to personal preference. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you have found it helpful and informative in any decisions you might have regarding the purchase of this figure. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe, and ring that bell icon if you would like to be notified about any of my future videos. Also, if you might be interested in anything else of mine, you can find me on Instagram at RonanLoganX, where I post toy photography pictures as well as puppy pictures of my pup Ripley. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.